Let me tell you something you already know.
I'm Dave Kirilloff, languageofhitting.com. Before I start into the hitting, let me read this comment to you. The appeal to popularity. Agreeing with the majority view may well feel comfortable. It may even be safer, but that doesn't make the majority view correct. If your only argument is that X number of people can't be wrong, I'd advise you to think again. History is full of mass stupidity. Don't be just another sheep. If you don't like what you've been getting, then change what you've been doing. Yogi Berra said, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you got. There's a problem inside our baseball and softball communities, and here it is. Too many people are following the crowd. There are too many hitting trends and hitting devices and hitting gadgets that are steering our coaches and players down a path that is not helping them hit better in games. I mean, sure, it can work in a controlled environment when the coach is giving you some soft toss and just basically putting it on the bat for you, or you're hitting it off a batting tee, or you're hitting some soft, easy batting practice, which is very predictable from like 45, maybe 35 feet away. There's not much challenge there to it. What if someone told you, throw all of your gadgets away? Throw all of your launch angle measuring sticks, throw away your bat speed testers, just throw it all away. And guess what? You'll hit better. You see, we don't live in this culture. We live in a culture that tells us, you know what, if you want to get better, you better measure it. You want to know if something's working, then you take it to the game. Because that's the real test. Is your player hitting better in the game? You see, in the game, it isn't these controlled stimulus where I'm just going to put the ball on the tee for you, I'm going to give you some soft toss, some easy BP, and just let you hit the ball. No, the game's a lot different than that. In the game, the pitcher is actually trying to get you out. He or she is throwing one fast, he's throwing one slow, he's throwing one inside, throwing one outside, throwing one straight, throwing one with a bend. They want to get you out. Let me be a straight shooter with you. Over these last 14 months, I've really dedicated myself to the study of hitting and how vision plays into the part of hitting. Most any hitting professional will tell you that when they get into the game, I'm just reacting to what I see. And then the coaching logic is this. Well, I'm trying to help you create that reaction too. You know, if your muscles have this muscle memory system and you move at these angles, well then you're going to move into the game the same way. And then when people tell you, you know, you got to do something 3,000 times, you got to work hard, you got to do it every day, work hard every day, and you're going to get better. That's not the truth. There are a lot of people who work tireless hours and they're not getting better. If you interview these players who are working hard, sure, they'll tell you, hey, I'm getting really good at doing this drill. I can hit batting practice at 45 miles an hour, but I don't hit in the game. What's my problem? So if we can open up the mind of the best hitters in the world, what are we going to find? What is inside of their brains that make them better and different than everyone else? Better than all the other players who are working 2, 3, 4 times as hard as the good players to get better. What are the good players doing that the not so good players aren't? I mean, it's logical that the best hitters in the world are making better reactions. But why are they making better reactions? What's inside of them that the good players don't have? Let's open this up. What's a reaction? What really controls my reaction as a hitter? The act of hitting a ball in a real game where you don't know what the outcome of the stimulus that you're trying to hit is going to be, meaning the ball, meaning you don't know it's going to be fast or slow, curving or straight. That's the reaction. You're making a reaction to that ball. What your body relies on the most to make that reaction is your eyes. And it's upward of 75% of your body's sensory fibers in the act of hitting a ball is going to be controlled by your eyes. Your eyes are controlling the sensory fibers that lead to the brain. From the brain, the sensory fibers go into the spinal cord. From the spinal cord, the sensory fibers lead out to your limbs. And then obviously, you're going to use your limbs to swing the bat. So, going backwards, what is igniting this reaction? It's your eyes. And even more specifically, it's your dominant eye. Now, let me unfold it even more for you. The best hitters in the world process the act of hitting better than anybody else. What are they processing? Better than the good hitters, the great hitters process the ball, and they process the ball at a beginning point, and they process the ball at an end point better than the good hitters. So what most coaches will tell you, well, Dave, what are you talking about? This isn't anything different than what we already told our players. Of course, there's going to be a release point, and then there's going to be a point of contact. So what's the hype? What are you talking about? The best players in the world know how to conceptualize how they are going to see the ball. And to be perfectly honest with you, and open up something else even further, the best players in the world, they may not say this verbally, but they know it inside their brains, and how they conceptualize what's about to happen is that it's this. They're not going to see the ball out of the pitcher's hand. There's something else that's much deeper that no one else talks about, and this is how they react. They're reacting to an illusion of what they're about to see. So, okay, Dave, so what's the illusion? Well, that's where I have the world's greatest hitting formula video series. I explain to you in great detail what the best hitters in the world do, how they conceptualize, how they process, how they're forming this event that we call hitting. I basically explain to you what they're thinking about just before they see the ball. It's not just the ball. There's a thought process that goes into before they see the ball. You see, there's timing to the vision. I said earlier that one of the main ingredients, what's going to initiate this reaction, begins in the sensory fibers that the eyes are conducting. Now, let me take you a little deeper. Before those eyes see anything, the brain has to conceptualize what's going to take place. The brain has to process what's going to take place. So if the brain is working, that means what? I'm thinking. I'm thinking before I see the ball. Now, that breaks any kind of coaching protocol, because we're told that, hey, go to home plate. Don't think, just hit it. We're told by the best players in the world, hey, I don't think, I just do it. Well, I got news for you. I disagree with those best players in the world, and I believe wholeheartedly that they are thinking at home plate. They just can't put into words what they're thinking about. I'm telling you that they are processing, they are conceptualizing what's about to take place just before they see the ball. And you ready? This is one of the biggest problems that our hitters face. And here it is. They don't think until they see the ball. They're good hitters, they're average hitters, they look like deer in headlights. They actually wait too long to start to think. You want to know how you could tell if a player is thinking or when the player starts to think at home plate? You look at the hitter's eyes. You watch the hitter hit and look at his eyes while he's looking at the pitcher. When was the last time someone told you to watch the hitter's eyes? The other concept that the best hitters in the world have over the good hitters is this, that they are not trying to smash the ball. They're trying to see the ball. This may be hard for you to accept, but they're not trying to hit the ball as hard as they can. Instead, they're not going to let the ball beat their eyes. This hitting system is very sophisticated and very innovative. I teach you step by step from every hitting model, from every hitting tempo, how to correct your hitter and how to correct other hitters that have different models. I teach you how to teach your players how to be organized and how to conceptualize this event that we call hitting. Well, if you made it this far inside of my commentary, I want to applaud you, and I want to keep on inspiring you to realize that your player has a clock. It's ticking away. We want our players to be as good as they can be while they're still young. We want them to enjoy the game, to have bat speed, and to have launch angles. And you know what? You're going to realize that you will achieve that once you realize that hitting is a concept, and a concept starts with my mind, controlling my eyes, and I start to learn how my eyes are swinging my bat. There's 3 current video systems I have out. There's the Best Hitting Drill 3rd edition, the Best Hitting Drill Ever, the 4th edition, and then there's the World's Greatest Hitting Formula. Make the investment. Make the investment back into your player, because they're worth it. And to end on where I began, here's my advice. Stop following the crowd. Don't do what everyone else is doing. If you want to get better results, change. The one who follows the crowd will usually get no further than the crowd. The one who follows Jesus Christ is likely to find himself in places no one has ever been.